because Dee Dee, she says, given how competitive the Premiership or the Premier League is, do you think it's possible for a team to win both it and the Champions League in the same season?
Well, it's a two-horse race in the Premier League, or it looks that way at the moment, between Liverpool and City. And I think they are live contenders to win the Champions League. Is it possible? Yes, of course it is. But we know how hard it is to win the Champions League. Liverpool went close last year. I think they're a lot better equipped this season than they were last year. So, yeah, I think it's a hard thing to do. But I think if a team wins it in the next, say, few years, I think Liverpool and Man City with a squad, with the depth of talent they've got, I think there's a chance.
Because I suppose if you go back, Liam, you know, we keep... And we've done it ourselves, and the view about winning the Premier League is just how tough it is, how demanding it is, those, you know, cold winter nights in various places all over England and all that stuff. How have these two, City and Liverpool, changed the perception of that, or have they, in your view?
Well, I think they have. As Didi says, I think they have added to their squads. Certainly City have always had strength and depth because of the amount of money they've got, but Liverpool have reinvested in players in the last year, spent a lot of money, you know, Van Dijk, goalkeeper, Keita, Fabinho. Yeah. I think they could go close. Both sides could go close, particularly with Liverpool able to keep clean sheets. You know, I was really impressed tonight. It's a hard ask. I think the English League, the Premier League, is the hardest one, physically and mentally, is the hardest one to win. And so many of the teams that I think have won both outside of England have had it easy in their domestic leagues, but there's no such thing in England. So it's a hard ask, but it's possible.
The only thing I would add, there's a break this year for the first time. You know, in January they break for 10 or 14 days of Premier League, don't they?
No, not this
season. I think it's...
They should, but they should have a winter break.
I think they're trying to do it for... It could be next season. I don't think it's been put in...
it might be the next season. So if they were to break at some stage, I think that strengthens the chances even more, because it's a big advantage that in other leagues you've got at least a week, 10 days, where you get your mind off things and then start fresh.
The only thing is with Liverpool, I think possibly if they were someone like Van Dijk or Alisson were to be injured, would that be a detrimental effect to their team?
You could say the same about any team, Stephen. You know, they're marquee players. If City didn't have Aguero at the weekend against Chelsea, it didn't look the same team.
De Bruyne are missing, like, he was so big from last year, and they haven't seemed to struggle. I think they are more equipped to cope with that.
They have a bigger, better squad. They have a bigger, better squad.
If someone was missing, I think they're probably better positioned to do it than Liverpool, because they're so key for them. If you know.
Well, I would mark up Aguero as being something that's essential to them if they're going to win the league and the Champions League.